What's up guys, how y'all doing? Cosmic Carrie here, bringing another World of Tanks video. For those of you that are new here, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and for my regular viewers and subscribers, hello, welcome one and all, and as always a like would be ever so greatly appreciated. And welcome to my review of the SU-100M1, the tier 7 Russian TD leading to the Object 263. This is the first TD in this line where it splinters off. Basically, the previous tank, you had the option of going towards the 268 or the 263. I of course am grinding towards the 263, so this is my first tank in that line where it splinters off, and the gun is kind of representative of the tier 10 tank. Quick reloading, low DPM, but pretty decent accuracy, etc. So being prepared, being trained for the gun that I'm going to be given, you know, at tier 10, the tank that I'll be given. So what to say about the SU-100M1? A very interesting tank. It's the first tank that is rear mounted that I've played in this line. Rear mounted, as you can see, the crew is in the back, the engine is in the front, and the gun is rear mounted. This tank is very challenging to play in, but very rewarding at the same time. Had a decent grind in it. It was by no means fantastic, eventful fun like when I did my grind in my mediums or my scouts, but that's to be expected, absolutely, because you're in a TD, and a very lightly armored TD to boot. And because of that, there was a lot of camping involved and a lot of hiding in the bushes and all of this good stuff. What can you do? What can I say? Because of that, you know, my win rate was very decent in this thing. I think it was around 65, something like that, percent. I think I reached 68, almost 70 at one point. But you have very decent games in this tank, you know, depending on how you play it, where you implement it, etc, all that good stuff. So anyhow, let's chit chat about the stats real quick, and I'll give you, you know, my 2 cents, my opinion on this tank. Hit points 830, engine power 520, speed limit 50 kilometers per hour. So very quick tank. You're going to be spawning in to battles and running over to a location like Karelia and setting up shop and getting ready with your gun and your quick reload speed to just unload as much as you can on the bad guys until you're spotted, and then you run away because you got that terrible armor, and set up shop in another spot. Absolutely. Once in a blue moon with this tank, you can brawl, so to speak, and you can, and I say quote unquote can, if you can figure out who you're up against and look at his hit points, look at your hit points, and figure out your reload speed and say, yeah, I can take this guy on. But don't forget, you know, there's more than one bad guy, so, you know, absolutely keep that in mind. It just depends. It totally depends. Are you in a tier 7 heavy game, tier 8 heavy game, tier 9 heavy game? Tier 9 heavy game, you're support. You're nothing but support. Don't get lit up. Stay all the way in the back and just support your compadres. Tier 8, you can have a little bit of fun. Tier 7, oh, you can have a buttload of fun. Go for it, absolutely. Traverse speed 34, like I said, very decent, very quick turning tank, very light tank, very small tank. Hull armor 90 at the front, 75 at the sides, 45 at the rear, so nothing too fantastic there. But most definitely to your advantage is the fact that a lot of it is angled and sloped, and a lot of angling and sloping going on with this tank, as you can see. When you're facing your opponents, of course, like I said, hide, because of the fact you have very weak armor. If you do get spotted, if you do get lit up, simply pull back until you are no longer spotted in a straight line. Don't bother to wiggle or anything like that. I've mentioned this before with other tanks, you know, wiggle. With this tank you don't have to, because of the sloping. Just pull back in a straight line, and trust me, you'll get bounces. Unless you're in a, you know, a higher tier, what do you call it, a higher tier game. That's totally different. But I would on many occasions simply pull back in a straight line, and I would be bounce city central. Absolutely. View range, pardon me, view range 360, nothing fantastic there. Increase that with your binocs. And signal range, with the Russians, the signal range, they have a reputation of having very bad signal range, 525. Anyhow, before we get into the guns, let's talk about let's discuss the equipment real quick. I of course added the camo net to increase the camo value of this tank. You know, I mean, stuff that's already strong, I'm trying to boot it up, make it even stronger. This is a small tank, low profile, and because of that it has a great camo factor, so I'm boosting that even more by 25% with the camo net. And also, if you put actual camo on the tank itself, you're going to boost that up to 30%. Binocs to increase the signal range, pardon me, the view range. And improve vents, which improves everything by 5%. Let's discuss the guns real quick, because it comes with two different guns, and it's very interesting, the packages, because all you get is a 100mm with this tank, nothing else. 100mm all the way through with all the packages. There's you know, there's no 122 or anything like that. It's just a 100mm, and the gun that it comes stocked with, that's what runs through all of the packages that you see up on the screen. And 175 pen and damage 250, so not very good pen at all. And because of that, like I mentioned before, if you're in those tier 9 games, just be support. And of course, take advantage of quick reload speed. Attempt to get a pen in where possible, but do not get lit up. And as you can see, it comes stocked with this gun. There's two different guns on all three packages. There's the 100mm D10S. Is this S? Yes, I think it's S. 100mm D10S. That's 3 out of the 4 packages that you see before you come stock with this gun. And the only package that where the gun differs, but still a 100mm, is the SU-100M1A, and also 100mm. But as you can see, the rate of fire changes somewhat to 9.52, and the aim time and accuracy is far better than on the 3 remaining packages. Aim time 1.7, accuracy 0.33 to 0.35. So definitely, you know, an acceptable gun for a sniping TD. Definitely an acceptable package to use. And I used free XP, basically. I used free XP for this tank to unlock all these packages, and I tried them all out, and literally this package here was the best one for me, the SU-100M1A. I do lose some engine power by not using the next package in line, but the next package in line would have the inferior gun, in my opinion. It does have the same pen and same damage, but the aim time goes up, you know, and the accuracy goes up. So this is the gun that I was primarily using, and I had a decent time with this gun. I had a very good time being a TD and sniping. It was totally acceptable for me to use, per se, me personally, absolutely. So this is the gun that I used. As you can see, I mentioned this before, all these free packages are completely optional. You don't have to get these packages. You can simply grind away in the stock tank, because the gun that you get in the stock tank, you know, that's the same gun in the first package, in the second package, and in the third package. So you don't have to unlock these packages. It's completely up to you. And yeah, it's completely up to you. So one thing I have to mention on a personal note with regards to this tank: gun traverse is awful in this tank. It is limited. It's very limited. It reminds me very much so of the Death Star, how the Death Star is set up. But the gun traverse going left to right is really pathetic. I think it's about 10 degrees left and 10 degrees right. Gun depression, of course, is non-existent. And yeah, you want to shoot at something that's below you, I mean, you're going to have to be going over that cliff, dipping over and exposing yourself, and you know, that weak armor. And same thing when you're going uphill, and you know, your gun gets lifted up, and etc, etc. So yeah, you're limited, but you can work with it. You simply have to work with it, and that's that. I had a very good time in this tank. It was not, you know, by no means a fantastic, amazing grind. It was tedious and boring at times, and yeah, it was what it is what it is. And my win rate, I think it was, last time I checked, around 65%. I think it was, I got it up to 68%. You know, it is what it is. It's I always do well in TDs. I think that's the same for everybody. You're camping a lot in the bushes, you're sitting in the back, and you can definitely brawl once in a blue moon, but it is what it is. If you take a quick look at the ammo, as you can see, premium ammo 4,400. Cost goes up significantly, absolutely. The penny isn't, you know, I didn't find myself using the premium ammo all that much, and you can see up on screen that I was using extra combat rations instead of the fire extinguisher. I was just trying that out. It adds 2% to all crew skills. I didn't notice a significant difference. I did this halfway through the grind. Instead of using a fire extinguisher, I figured if somebody's setting me on fire, that means I'm spotted, and that means I'm, you know, dead. Pretty much. So what's the point of putting out a fire if the next shot that comes in is gonna kill me? So I thought, is that a wasted slot? It possibly might be. So that's what I went with. But like I said, I didn't notice a significant difference running with extra combat rations. Okay, we're gonna showcase. I'm gonna showcase two games for you. One on the Haloof, and that game is gonna kind of showcase the strengths and weaknesses of the tank. And the next game after that, I believe it's Steps, and it's a live com, and where I do very well. I'm kind of ranked top tier. So let's get into it. Yes, indeedy, lemon squeezy. So, hey ho, let's go. First game on El Haloof. Keep in mind, I'm commentating over this game. The second game will be a live com from my grinding the SU-100M1. So this first one I'm commentating over, and I think it's a perfect game. I don't do fantastic, amazing, or anything like that. It perfectly showcases the limitations, the strengths and weaknesses of this tank, the SU-100M1. Now that we're in battle, what to say about this tank? The gun, I think, it strongly reminded me of the E25 gun because of the fact that it was quick firing. It was definitely once in a blue moon. Take a look at this accuracy, zooming in very nicely, and I get a nice hit on that toaster. And it's definitely not a brawling tank. Once in a blue moon you can brawl, and it just depends on the opponent that you're facing, and I think that kind of situation does arise in this game. You come across somebody and you work out in your head roughly, real quick, your DPM, your rate of fire, you look at your enemy. Okay, I can pen him with each and every shot. Okay, he's got this many hit points. Okay, I'm gonna win this fight. And so once in a blue moon you can do that. I mean, if I face a full health T29 or something like that, nah, no way. You know, I'm gonna be shooting at him, you know, till the cows, ooh, till the cows come home, kind of thing. You know, he's gonna take me out basically. So it just depends. It depends. You know, you can brawl once in a blue moon because you have such a quick firing gun, and it does pump out, you know, a decent amount of damage at 250. Nothing fantastic, nothing spectacular, but most definitely you're a sniper. You're a sniper. You should be doing exactly what I'm doing here. You know, I'm perched up in my sniper's perch, and I'm peeking through the bushes, and I'm just waiting for my opportunity. You can see on my left hand side here of the map, it's completely bare. There's just one heavy down there requesting help from my compadres, my teammate down there requesting in his IS as well, requesting help. And I thought, oh, okay, perfect, let's see, you know, can I stand up to the influx of bad guys, if at all, you know, they come pushing through here. But take a look, accuracy spot on, 281, very nice, very decent. And but yeah, it does remind me, it did remind me quite a bit of the E25. It does have the speed, but a bit of a sort of a kind of like a clumsy tank, so to speak. And I mean, if you brawl with an opponent and he's smart, he just needs to get round, you know, do the ring of death around you, if at all possible, because of the fact that at the same time this is quite a quick traversing tank, so you know, it doesn't always work out in their favor when they do that, so to speak. But it's not a high kill tank, I would most definitely say. I think I achieved a top gun or two, and that was about it, because you're pumping out such a small amount of damage per shot. Even though it is quick firing, you know, by the time you pump a shot or two into the bad guy, he's been made aware of your presence and you've been lit up, so you have to pull back. So it's not, you know, if you're not pumping out high damage rolls with each and every shot, all you're doing is picking off the health of this target and that target and this guy over here and that guy over there, and you're just picking away at the collective health pool of all the enemy players, but not taking them out, so to speak. Kill stealing is an option, but you know, kill stealing is kill stealing. It is what it is. But it's a decent tank. I'm not sure. Is it because I was still requesting help? Is it because I was in a TD that it was just getting tedious for me and it was driving me nuts a little bit, the grind? Or was it because of the fact that I was in this tank? You know, was it because I was in this tank in particular that it was, the grind was getting to me a little bit? And I could have moved up earlier to the next tank in line, but I didn't want to until I had unlocked Sixth Sense, and I decided I had about I think about 10% to go till I had acquired Sixth Sense on that bar. It was like 90% full, and it just felt like that last 10% was going to take forever. So I literally transferred the crew into my SU-3288, I think it is, the premium Russian tank that can train German crews as well. And I just knocked out the Sixth Sense perk within 4 or 5, I think 6 games. You know, it would have taken forever and a day, another couple of hours in this tank. So that's what I did. I think there should be a video out showcasing that, you know, how I acquired Sixth Sense by transferring my crew. But it's a very binocs camo important. You know, stick that on there. Hidden sniper. that's what you are. That's what you are. If you get into those big games where heavies come into support you finally, you know, tier 9 games, then you just support. You just support. You know, nothing else. You got that pen. You got to be aware of that. And I think this is, yeah, this is that situation why I kind of look at his collective health pool. I look at my health pool, and I say, okay, I can take this guy out. You know, just pen each and every shot. Yeah, see, exactly that. He took his shots. I took mine. He tries to do the ring of death, but my traverse speed isn't that bad. You know, it's not that bad, and I managed to take him out. But at the same time, look at me. You know, I'm done and dusted. Just damaged all over the place. So yeah, kind of worn out there. a very decent tank. A very decent tank. I mentioned my high win percentage is like 65%. I think I've played approximately, I'm not sure, I think it's about 70 games in this tank, something like that. So I've had a, you know, I've played it and done some, and I'm looking forward to the next tank, absolutely. And as far as it being a rear mounted turret, you just simply have to work for it, or work with it. If it's the first time you're playing in a rear mounted turret, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have issues. You know, I fully recall the first time getting into my Death Star and saying, "How the hell are you supposed to do this? Why on earth would anybody build a tank like this?" But it is what it is. You work with the tank, you figure it out, you work with its limitations, you push its strengths, you know, and you just work with it. Absolutely. So let's this is going to be interesting, this little sequence. It's sped up ×2, so as not to bore you guys to death, but it's kind of showcasing exactly, you know, the limitations of the tank when it comes to the gun, the depression, which it lacks completely, as you can see. And so earlier I was showcasing the accuracy and the fact that it's got a quick reload, and now we're showing a negative, a big negative, which is no gun depression. And I think in this sequence I don't manage to pen one single time, even though there's, you know, at least 2-3 bad guys up there. But you know, I respect them, they respect me, and all that good stuff. 87, respect his reload speed, and Artie's in play. You can possibly maybe hear Artie pounding away, because there's a big push, you know, happening right here. And yeah, I just can't make it work for me. I'm trying to, you know, get over the crest here, you know. But it is just, I'm putting myself in danger. I'm risking it by going there, and kablammer, finally get taken out by the J Panther. So what can I say? What can I say? I still end up, you know, with a very, very decent score, and a very, very decent game. We do manage to achieve the victory. But anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed this little battle on El Haluf. We're gonna move on to another game. It's a live com from when I was grinding, and after that I'll meet you guys back in the garage so we can wrap things up, and I'll see you guys soon. Look, nice. Okay, get into a nice little sniping spot, most definitely. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully we're going to catch some scouts out. Our scouts are being friggin' boring. Seriously? Nice. One more into the blind. Nice. Nope. No bother. Taking that chance. Absolutely not. Nice. Taking that chance. I'm on the roll here. Hopefully Artie. Please me be 88. Oh, son of a bitch. This is gonna get lit up. Oh, there we go. Oh, look at him. Right. Where is he? Which way is he? Oh, right there. Which way is he facing? There we go. Nice. Like top gun maybe. Yeah, I want to get like top gun so I can complete the op. That requires a top gun medal. That'd be very nice. Okay. There we go. Knew it. Quick, 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 quick. Damn it. There we go. Track the son of a bitch. Still behind the trees. Okay. Good. Could be all over there, or they're all in the back. Five. Alright, one more. Get mine. Yep, here we go. Get Artie, let's get Artie. Find Artie there. There he is. Top gun! Nice, top gun, thank you. They're all over here. Oh, okay. Bad. Oh, I thought you were gonna come out and face us, but so 12T? Yeah. We'll take him out. Hens. Gun. Oh. Yes, let me get real quick. I'm gonna place him there. You'll see. Okay. Oh, come on, ladies. Seriously? Hate it when other people decide to end your game. Oh, he's on the other side. Look at that. Kill denied for whoever, just because somebody wants to, you know. 10 seconds. They just decide, oh, we want to end the game, and that's it. Anyhow, Top Gun, and I should have completed that op. I think so. Possibly, maybe. What? Maybe I already have completed the op. Good to go. Good game. Good game. Good game. One of my best games, but, you know, top tier. It's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Catch you in the... So, back in the garage. I hope you guys have enjoyed my review of the SU-100M1. Fantastic little TD. Very challenging tank to play in. But if you know its strengths and if you know its weaknesses, and you take advantage of those strengths and you protect those weaknesses, you will do good. Like I said, had a win rate of about 65%, something like that, in this tank. So most definitely, you know, a good, successful tank to play in for myself, and TDs in general for myself. But a rewarding tank, I must say so. Onwards and upwards to the next tank in line. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.